I was standing in the middle of the hall, smiling like an idiot, holding 2 drinks in my hands. "Olivia, you're gonna love this one," I said, turning toward her. She didn't smile back. "Ethan, we need to talk," she said, her voice flat. I laughed a little. "You always say that like it's something serious." "What's wrong? Stop joking," she snapped. I blinked. "Okay, what happened?" People around us started to glance over. The music was loud, but not loud enough to hide the tension in her voice. "I'm tired," she said. "Tired of what?" I asked. "Tired of you," she replied. I felt something shift inside me. "What do you mean?" She stepped closer. "I mean this isn't working anymore. Olivia, we've been together for 10 years, I said, lowering my voice. "What are you saying right now?" "I'm saying you're not enough for me anymore." My grip tightened around the glasses. "Not enough? Where is this even coming from?" "You wouldn't understand," she said. "Then make me understand," I insisted. "Talk to me." She laughed softly, but there was no warmth in it. "That's the problem, Ethan. I've been talking. You just never listened?" "That's not true," I said quickly. "I've always been there for you." "Being there isn't the same as being enough," she replied. I shook my head. "This doesn't make sense." "It makes perfect sense to me," she said. "Is there someone else?" I asked, my voice almost breaking. She didn't answer right away. "Olivia, is there someone else?" I repeated. She looked past me, then back at me. Yes, the word hit harder than anything. "Who?" I asked. Before she could answer, a voice came from behind me. "That would be me." I turned slowly. Ryan. He stood there like he owned the room, hands in his pockets, a small smile on his face. I stared at him. "You've got to be kidding me." "Relax, man," he said. "No need to make a scene." "A scene?" I let out a bitter laugh. "You think I'm making a scene." Olivia stepped beside him. That's when my chest tightened. "Olivia, don't do this," I said quietly. "It's already done," she replied. "No." I shook my head. "We can fix this. Whatever this is, we can fix it." She looked at me like I was a stranger. "We can't fix something that's already broken," she said. "Then tell me when it broke." I raised my voice slightly. "Tell me what I did." "You didn't do anything," she said. "Then why?" I asked. "Because you're not him," she said, nodding toward Ryan. I felt heat rise in my face. "So that's it? 10 years, and that's your reason?" Ryan chuckled. "Come on, Ethan. Don't make this harder than it needs to be." I stepped toward him. "Stay out of this." "Or what?" he said, smirking. "Ethan, stop," Olivia said. "No, I won't stop," I replied. "You owe me an explanation." "I don't owe you anything," she snapped. That sentence cut deeper than anything else. "You owe me everything," I said, my voice shaking. 10 years, Olivia. 10 years of my life. "And I gave you 10 years of mine," she shot back. "But I'm done now," I whispered. "You don't just walk away like this." She stared at me for a second. Then it happened. Her hand came up fast. The sound echoed. My head turned to the side as her palm hit my face. Everything went silent. I didn't feel the pain right away, just the shock. People around us started whispering. Did she just slap him? "Oh my God, someone's recording." I slowly looked back at her. "You're not enough for me anymore," she said. Loud enough for everyone to hear. Then she grabbed Ryan's hand. "I choose him," she added. My chest felt like it was collapsing. "Olivia," I said, barely able to speak. But she had already turned away. Ryan glanced at me one last time. "Take care of yourself, man." I didn't move. I didn't say anything. I just stood there, holding 2 drinks. I didn't even remember picking up. 10 years. Gone just like that. I could feel every eye on me, but I couldn't look at anyone. Inside, something broke, quietly, completely, and in that moment, I understood one thing. That was the last moment I existed as the man she once loved. I keep replaying her voice in my head, but it slowly fades into an older memory. "Hey, you're Ethan, right?" she asked, smiling at me for the first time. "Yeah," I said, nervous. "And you're Olivia, so you do notice me," she teased. "How could I not?" I replied. She laughed. "Careful, I might start thinking you like me." "I already do," I said without thinking. She paused, then smiled softer. Good, because I think I like you too. That was how it started. Simple, easy, real. I'm scared, she told me one night on a call. Of what? I asked. Of losing you, she whispered. You won't, I said. I'm not going anywhere. Promise? I promise. I meant it. I want a future with you, she said months later. Then we'll build one, I replied. Even if things get hard, especially then. You're different. Ethan, she said. How? You stay. I always will. For a long time, I did. Bro, you're too invested, Jason said one afternoon. What do you mean? I asked. I mean you revolve your whole life around her, he replied. That's not healthy. It's called love, I said. It's called losing yourself, he shot back. I'm fine, I insisted. No, you're not, he said. You cancel plans for her. You ignore your own goals. You're giving too much. She deserves it, I said. And what about you? He asked. I didn't answer. Just be careful, he added. People don't value what comes too easy. She's not like that, I said firmly. He sighed. I hope you're right. I believed I was. Ethan, can you come over? Olivia texted one night. It's 2 a.m., I replied. Please, I need you. I'm coming, I said, already grabbing my keys. When I got there, she hugged me tightly. You're the only one who shows up, she said. Of course I do, I replied. I don't know what I'd do without you. You'll never have to find out. I thought that meant something. Why didn't you pick up my call earlier, she asked another day. I was with Jason, I said. She frowned. You know I don't like when you ignore me. I wasn't ignoring you, I said. I just needed some time with him, she said. He's my best friend, I replied. And I'm what? She asked. You're everything, I said. Then act like it, she said. So I did. Ethan, you look tired, my mom said one morning. I'm fine, I replied. You barely slept, she said. I had things to do. Things or her? She asked gently. I stayed quiet. She sat next to me. Listen to me. I am, I said. Love should not make you lose yourself, she said softly. I'm not losing myself, I replied. You are, she said. I can see it. You're overthinking, I said. No, she shook her head. I've lived longer than you. I know what this looks like. It's different, I insisted. That's what everyone says, she replied. She loves me, I said. I'm sure she does, my mom said. But do you love yourself? I didn't answer. You can't pour everything into someone and expect to stay full, she added. I'm happy, I said. She looked at me for a moment. I hope that's true. At the time, I thought it was. Ethan, meet Ryan, Olivia said one day. I looked at him and forced a smile. Hey, nice to meet you, he said confidently. He's really smart, Olivia added quickly. And he's doing amazing in his career. That's great, I said. You should learn from him, she said casually. I blinked. What? I'm just saying, she shrugged. He's more focused. I am focused, I replied. Not like him, she said. Ryan smirked slightly but stayed quiet. Later, I asked her, why would you say that in front of him? Say what? She replied. That I should learn from him, I said. You're overreacting, she said. No, I'm not, I replied. It was just a comment, she said. Relax. It didn't feel like just a comment, I said. You're being insecure, she snapped. I went silent. Ethan, you need to grow up, she added. I've been here for you every single day, I said quietly. And I appreciate that, she replied. But I need more. What? I asked. She didn't answer directly. Just more, she said. That word stayed with me. More. No matter how much I gave, it was never enough. And still I stayed, because I believed love meant patience. Because I believed she would come back to who she was. Because I believed 10 years meant something. But now, sitting alone with everything broken, I understand something I refused to see before. Looking back now, I realized the signs were always there. I met someone interesting today, Olivia said, scrolling through her phone. I looked up. Oh yeah? Who, Ryan? She replied. He's different. Different how? I asked. He just gets things, she said, like he sees the bigger picture. I forced a small smile. That's good. You'd like him, she added. Would I? I asked. Yeah, she nodded. He's ambitious. I'm ambitious, I said. She didn't look at me. In your own way. That line stayed in my head longer than it should have. Ryan said something today, she continued. What did he say? I asked. That people who stay comfortable never grow, she said. I exhaled slowly. And I think he's right, she replied. So now you're taking life advice from him? I asked. Why are you saying it like that? She snapped. I'm just asking, I said. You always do this, she said. You get defensive over nothing. I'm not defensive, I replied. I just think it's weird how much you talk about him. She rolled her eyes. He's just a friend. Okay, I said quietly. But it didn't feel okay. Bro, I don't like this guy, Jason said later. You haven't even met him properly, I replied. I've seen enough, he said. And I've seen her. What does that mean? I asked. It means she's changing, he said. And not in a good way. You're overthinking, I said. No, you are underthinking, he shot back. She keeps bringing him up. That's not normal. They work together, I said. That's not work talk, he replied. That's admiration. I stayed quiet. She's comparing you, he added. She's not, I said quickly. Ethan, listen to yourself, he said. You're trying to convince yourself. Not me. I trust her, I said. And I trust what I'm seeing, he replied. You're wrong, I said. I hope I am, he said softly. But his words didn't leave me. Ryan got promoted today, Olivia said a few days later. That's great, I replied. He's only been there for a year, she added. Good for him, I said. He works really hard, she said. I work hard too, I replied. She sighed. Why do you always make it about you? I'm not, I said. I'm just saying, I'm just sharing something, she interrupted. You don't have to turn it into a competition. I'm not competing, I said. Then don't sound like it, she replied. I looked away. Okay. You're acting weird lately, she added. I'm acting weird, I repeated. Yes, she said. You're insecure. That word again. Insecure about what? I asked. About everything, she said. About yourself. About us. I'm not insecure, I said quietly. Then act like it, she replied. I didn't know what that meant anymore. Ethan, we're all going out tonight, she said later. You should come. Who's we? I asked. Me, Ryan, and some friends, she replied. I hesitated. Yeah? Okay. That night, I saw him again. Ethan, right? Ryan said, smiling. Yeah, I replied. I've heard a lot about you, he said. Same here, I said. Relax, man, he laughed. I'm not your competition. I forced a smile. I never said you were. Olivia stood between us. Ryan just closed a huge deal, she said proudly. That's impressive, I said. It was nothing, he shrugged. Just knowing how to play the game. Olivia laughed. See, that's what I mean. What do you mean? I asked. He thinks differently, she said. He takes risks. I take risks, I said. When was the last time? She asked. I opened my mouth, then closed it. Ryan smirked slightly. It's okay, man. Not everyone wants more. I do want more, I said. And go get it, he replied casually. I am, I said. Olivia shook her head. You say that, but I don't see it. That's not fair, I said. Life isn't fair, she replied. Something inside me tightened. Why are you doing this? I asked quietly. Doing what? She said. Comparing me, I replied. I'm not comparing, she said. You are, I said. Every time you bring him up, you're imagining things, she said coldly. I'm not, I replied. Ethan, just relax, she said. You're overthinking. That tone, it felt distant, like she was already somewhere else. Later, Jason pulled me aside. This is bad, he said. It's nothing, I replied. It's not nothing, he insisted. She's replacing you right in front of you. She wouldn't do that, I said. She already is, he replied. I shook my head. No. Why are you ignoring this? He asked. Because I trust her, I said. And what if you're wrong? He asked. I didn't answer, because deep down I was scared he was right. But I was even more scared of losing her. And that fear made me hold on tighter. Even when everything was slipping away, I walked out of that hall without looking back. Ethan, someone called from behind. I didn't stop. My steps felt heavy, like I was dragging something I couldn't see. My phone kept buzzing in my pocket. I finally pulled it out. Messages from friends. Bro, are you okay? What just happened? Call me. But nothing from her. Nothing. I stared at the screen for a moment, then locked it again. Olivia, I whispered to myself. I kept walking. The streets felt quieter than usual. Was that really it? I asked myself out loud. No answer came. By the time I reached home, my hands were still shaking. I sat on the edge of my bed and just stared at the wall. My phone lit up again. Another message. Still not her. Why didn't she text me? I said under my breath. I opened our chat. No new messages. No apology. No explanation. Just silence. 10 years and nothing, I muttered. I replayed the moment in my head. Her voice, her words, the slap. You're not enough for me anymore. I closed my eyes. Why wasn't I enough? I asked myself. My chest tightened. I stood up and started pacing. This doesn't make sense, I said. It has to make sense. But it didn't. I sat back down and buried my face in my hands. For the first time, I didn't hold it in. Tears came out. I gave everything. I said through my breath, everything. My voice broke, and it still wasn't enough. I leaned back against the wall and stared at the ceiling. Minutes passed, then hours. I didn't sleep that night. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw her face. Every time I tried to rest, her words echoed again. You're not enough. The next morning came too fast. I heard a knock on my door. Ethan? My younger brother Ollie said. You awake? Yeah, I replied, wiping my face quickly. He opened the door slightly and peeked in. Are you okay? He asked. I forced a small smile. Yeah, I'm fine. He walked in and looked at me closely. You don't look fine. I didn't sleep well, I said. Because of her? He asked softly. I hesitated. Yeah, I admitted. He sat beside me. What happened? I looked away. It's complicated. Did she hurt you? He asked. I let out a short laugh, but it didn't sound real. Something like that. He stayed quiet for a moment. Do you still love her? He asked. I didn't answer right away. I don't know, I finally said. Ollie nodded slowly. Then maybe you should rest. I can't, I replied. Why not? He asked. Because my mind won't stop, I said. It keeps asking the same question. What question? He asked. Why wasn't I enough? I said quietly. Ollie didn't say anything. He just looked at me. I did everything right, I continued. At least I thought I did. Maybe it's not about what you did, he said. Then what is it about? I asked. He shrugged slightly. People change. I laughed bitterly. Yeah, I guess they do. He stood up. Just don't stay like this too long. Like what? I asked. Like you're stuck, he said. After he left, the silence came back. Days passed. I stopped answering calls. I stopped going out. Food didn't feel important anymore. Sleep didn't come easily. Friends kept checking on me, but I ignored most of them. Ethan, answer me, Jason's voice came through a call one evening. I'm here, I said, though I didn't sound like it. You've been quiet for days, he said. What are you doing? Thinking, I replied. About her? He asked. I didn't answer. That's not helping you, he said. Nothing is helping, I admitted. Come out, man. Let's talk, he said. I can't, I replied. Why not? He asked. Because I don't feel like myself, I said. There was a pause. That's exactly why you need to come out, he said. I just need time, I told him. Time won't fix this if you keep isolating yourself, he replied. I ended the call. I sat there again in silence. My phone lay beside me. Still no message from her, not even once. Was I that easy to forget? I asked myself. The question didn't leave me. It stayed like a weight I couldn't drop. That night, I sat alone in the dark. No music, no calls, no distractions, just me and my thoughts. And for the first time, I saw something clearly. I wasn't just hurt. I was lost. I stood up and walked to the mirror. I looked at myself. Tired eyes, empty expression, no direction. This isn't me, I said quietly. I kept staring. Then another thought hit me. Am I going to stay like this forever? I shook my head slowly. No, I can't. I took a deep breath, and in that moment, something inside me shifted. That night, I realized I had two choices: stay broken or disappear. I stared at my phone for a long time. Her name was still there, Olivia Parker. Not anymore, I whispered. My thumb hovered over the screen. Are you sure? I asked myself. I took a breath. Yes, I blocked her number, then I opened her chat one last time. No messages had come in. I closed it and deleted the thread. Done, I said quietly. I moved to social media, her profile, her rough photos, our memories. I didn't scroll, I just said, enough. One by one, I removed everything, blocked, deleted, unfollowed. Ethan, are you online? Jason's message popped up. I stared at it. Then I typed, yeah. What happened after that night? He asked. I'm done talking about it, I replied. What do you mean done? He said. She hasn't reached out? No, I said. Damn, he replied. I told you, Jason, I interrupted. Not now. There was a pause. All right, but don't shut everyone out, he said. I'm not shutting everyone out, I replied. But I was. I just didn't want to admit it. I called Samir. He picked up almost immediately. Ethan, finally, man, where have you been? Hey, I said. You disappeared, he said. Everyone's been asking about you. I've been busy, I replied. With what? He asked. Life, I said. He laughed slightly. That sounds like an excuse. I needed space, I said. Space from what? He asked. From everything, I admitted. He went quiet. Are you okay? He asked after a moment. I'm working on it. I replied. Working on what exactly? He pressed. I don't know yet, I said honestly. Come out tonight, he said. We'll talk. I can't, I replied. Why not? He asked. Because I'm not the same person right now, I said. That's exactly why you should come, he said. I sighed. Not tonight, Ethan, he started. I'll call you later, I cut in. Then I ended the call. I leaned back in my chair. Silence again. My phone buzzed. Another message. Unknown number. I opened it. Hey, it's Minal. I frowned. Minal, one of Olivia's friends. What do you want? I typed. I just wanted to check on you, she replied. Why? I asked. Because what happened wasn't normal, she said. I stayed. Quiet. She's not doing well either, Minal added. I exhaled slowly. I don't care, I replied. There was a pause. You should, she said. Why would I asked. Because you're still the person she talks about, she replied. I closed my eyes. Tell her to stop, I said. I can't control her, Minal replied. Then don't contact me again, I said. Ethan. Wait, she typed. I blocked the number. I put the phone down. Enough, I muttered. I stood up and walked to the mirror again. Same face, same tired eyes. But something felt different. Not lighter, just quieter. I grabbed my jacket and walked outside. The air felt colder than usual. I started walking without a destination. No calls, I said to myself. No messages. No her. Just silence. That night, I didn't go home early. I sat alone on a bench. People passed by, talking, laughing, living their lives. Why does everyone else move on so easily, I asked myself. No answer came. My phone buzzed again. Jason, I didn't answer. Then Samir. Ignored. Then my mom. I answered that one. Ethan, she said softly. Where are you? I'm outside, I replied. At this hour? She asked. Are you okay? I'm fine, I said. You don't sound fine, she replied. I just needed to clear my head, I told her. Come home, she said gently. I will, I replied. She paused. You've been distant. I know, I said. What's going on with you? She asked. I don't know how to explain it, I admitted. You don't have to explain everything, she said. Just tell me if you're hurting. I stayed silent for a second. Yeah, I said quietly. I am. Come home, she repeated. I will, I said again. After the call, I sat there for a while longer. Then I stood up. I looked around once. No one I knew. No one I needed. Time to change, I said under my breath. The next morning, I woke up earlier than usual. No notifications, no messages, just silence. I picked up my phone and stared at it. Then I set it aside. I'm not going back, I said. I opened my notes and started writing. Goals, gym, work, discipline, structure. Start small, I told myself. I called a gym nearby. Hi, I'd like to sign up, I said. Sure, the receptionist replied. When can you start? Today, I answered. That afternoon, I met Marcus Hayes, the trainer. You look like you haven't trained in a while, he said. I haven't, I replied. What's your goal? He asked. To rebuild myself, I said. He nodded. Good. Then you're in the right place. I looked at the weights for the first time in days. I felt something different. Not happiness, not sadness, just direction. This is where it starts, I said. Marcus looked at me. Then don't quit. I won't, I replied. And as I held the first weight in my hands, I realized something simple. If I didn't change, I would never survive this. Drop your excuses. Pick up the weight. I looked up at the man standing in front of me. You're Hassan, I asked. Yes, he replied. And you're late. I just got here, I started. Then you're already behind, he cut in. I nodded slightly. Understood. Why are you here? He asked. To change, I said. He stared at me for a second. Good. Then prove it. He handed me a pair of dumbbells. Start with these. I gripped them. How many reps until you can't anymore, he said. I exhaled. All right. After a few sets, my arms started shaking. Still going? He asked. Yes, I replied through my breath. Good. Pain is good, he said. It means you're alive. I stopped for a second. Pain doesn't feel good. It's not supposed to, he said, but it builds you. I wiped my forehead. I'm not used to this. Then get used to it, he replied. Day after day, I went back. Again, Hassan would say. I can't, I would respond. You can, he said. You just don't want to. I'm tired, I told him one morning. Everyone is tired, he replied. What matters is who shows up anyway. I stayed silent. Why are you really here? He asked one day. I already told you, I said. No, he shook his head. That's not the full answer. I hesitated. Say it, he insisted. I looked down. I lost someone. He nodded. And I need to rebuild myself, I said. Good, he replied. Then stop training for her. I looked at him. What do you mean? You're still holding on to her in your head, he said. Let her go. I'm trying, I replied. Trying isn't enough, he said. Do it. I didn't reply, but I knew he was right. Focus, he shouted during one session. You're drifting. I'm here, I said, adjusting my grip. Your body is here, he replied, but your mind isn't. I exhaled. I'm trying. Try harder, he said. At night, when everything was quiet, my mind would wander back to her. Ethan, don't go. I heard her voice in my head. I closed my eyes. Why am I still thinking about her? I asked myself. I reached for my phone. My finger hovered over her name. Just one message, I whispered. Then I stopped. No. I locked the phone and put it away. Not again, I said. The next morning, I showed up earlier. Hassan looked at me. You're on time. I'll be earlier tomorrow, I replied. He smirked slightly. Good. We trained harder, faster, again. Don't stop. His voice pushed me beyond my limits. Your form is off, he said. Fix it, I replied. Better, he nodded. I started learning more than just lifting. I started learning discipline, routine, control. Consistency beats motivation, he told me. I've noticed, I said. One day, he asked, what changed? What do you mean? I replied. You're different from when you first came in, he said. I don't feel different, I admitted. You are, he said. You don't complain as much. I smiled slightly. I guess I got used to it. That's the point, he said. Weeks passed. My body started changing. My strength improved. But more importantly, my mind became quieter. Not silent, but controlled. Ethan, Jason called one evening. You've been avoiding everyone. I've been busy, I said. With the gym? He asked. Among other things, I replied. Bro, you're disappearing, he said. I'm not disappearing, I said. I'm rebuilding. Same thing sometimes, he replied. No, I said, not anymore. He paused. You sound different. I'm different, I replied. Good different or bad different, he asked. Just different, I said. All right, he said. Just don't lose yourself again. I won't, I replied. After the call, I sat quietly. Then I noticed someone new at the gym. A girl. She was focused, not distracted, no phone, no noise, just her workout. New member? I asked Hassan. Yes, he replied. Her name is Sana. I nodded. She's consistent, he added. You should take notes, I smiled slightly. From her. From anyone who shows discipline, he said. The next day I saw her again. She glanced at me briefly. Hey, she said. Hey, I replied. You've been here a lot, she added. Yeah, I said. Trying to stay consistent. I noticed, she said. There was no pressure in her voice, no judgment, just calm. I'm Sana, she introduced herself. Ethan, I replied. Nice to meet you, she said. Same. Here, I said. That was it. No expectations, no comparisons, no tension, just a simple conversation. Later, she said, You push yourself hard. I have to, I replied. Why? She asked. I paused for a second. Because I need to. She nodded. That makes sense. No further questions, no digging, just understanding. That felt different. Days continued. Training, failing, improving, repeating at home. I noticed something. I didn't reach for my phone as often. I didn't check old chats. I didn't replay memories as much. Progress, I said quietly to myself. One night, I sat on my bed after a long session. My body was tired. My mind was calm. Not fully healed, but quieter than before. I leaned back and stared at the ceiling. For the first time in a long time, I didn't think about her immediately. Instead, I thought about myself. What am I becoming? I asked. I didn't answer right away, because the answer was still forming. But one thing was clear. For the first time, I wasn't living for her anymore. Ethan, your report was excellent, Mr. Anderson said, looking up from the document. Thank you, sir, I replied. You've improved a lot over the past year, he added. I mean that. I've been working on it, I said. It shows, he nodded. Keep this up and you'll move up quickly. I smiled slightly. That's the plan. Good, he said. I like people who don't waste time. I don't plan to, I replied. Then you'll go far, he said. I left his office and walked back to my desk. Promotion meeting went well, my colleague asked. Yeah, I said. He seemed satisfied. Not surprised, he replied. You've been consistent. I had to be, I said. Why? He asked. Because I started from zero, I replied. He nodded. Respect. I sat down and opened my laptop again. Work felt different now. Not stressful, just structured. Ethan, a voice called. I looked up. Sana stood nearby. You're still here? She asked. Just. Finishing up, I said. You always say that, she replied with a small smile. I mean it every time, I said. She nodded. I can tell. Heading out? I asked. Yeah, she said. You coming? In a bit, I replied. She didn't push. Okay, see you? See you, I said. Simple conversations. No pressure. That's how most days felt now. Stable, predictable, controlled. Jason, you free? I asked later on the phone. Yeah, he said. What's up? Just checking in, I replied. Man, you've changed, he said. In a good way, I asked. Yeah, in a focused way, he replied. You sound like you got your life together. I do, I said. Proud of you, he added. Thanks, I said. After the call, I sat quietly for a moment. Life didn't feel chaotic anymore. It felt manageable. Ethan, there's an event next week, Mr. Anderson said the next day. You should attend. What kind of event? I asked. Business networking, he replied. Good exposure. I'll be there, I said. Good, he nodded. The event was full of people. Suits, conversations, handshakes. I moved through the crowd, greeting people. Ethan, over here, Mr. Pre. Anderson called. I walked over. Meet a few partners, he said. Nice to meet you, I said, shaking hands. You're the one Anderson keeps mentioning, one of them said. Only good things. I hope, I replied. Very good things, he smiled. I nodded. I appreciate that. As I turned to move to the next group, I felt something shift. A pause. A moment. A familiar silence in my mind. I stopped. Then I saw her. Olivia. She stood across the room, talking to someone. For a second, I didn't react. Then our eyes met. She froze. I didn't. I just stood there. Her expression changed instantly. Shock, confusion, recognition. Ethan, she whispered. Though I couldn't hear it clearly, I started walking toward her. Slowly. Calmly. No rush. She didn't move. As I got closer, she looked at me like she wasn't sure if I was real. Hey, I said. Ethan, she repeated, her voice softer now. Yeah, I replied. She blinked. I didn't expect to see you here. I work nearby, I said. You work here? She asked. Not here, I replied, but close enough. She nodded slowly. Right. There was a pause. I noticed her closely. She looked different. Not the same energy, not the same confidence. Are you okay? I asked. She hesitated. Yeah, I'm fine. I didn't push. How have you been? She asked. Good, I replied. That's good, she said, though her voice didn't match her words. Yeah, I said. Another silence. I could see it in her eyes. Something was missing. Ethan, she started. Yeah, I replied. I didn't think I'd run into you like this, she said. Neither did I said calmly. She looked down for a second, then back at me. You've changed, she said. People do, I replied. She nodded slowly. Yeah, you look different too, I added. She gave a small, uncertain smile. I guess. Are you happy? I asked. She didn't answer immediately. That silence said more than words. I'm getting there, she finally said. I nodded. Good. Behind me, someone called my name. Ethan, we need you over here. I glanced back. Coming. Then I looked at her one last time. Take care of yourself, I said. You too, she replied. I turned and walked away. No hesitation. No emotion showing on my face. But inside, I understood something clearly. The life I had built was no longer tied to her, and as I walked back into the crowd, I could feel her eyes still on me, watching, processing, realizing. The girl who destroyed me was now looking at me like I was the one who got away. Ethan, wait. I heard her voice behind me. I slowed down, then stopped. What is it? I asked, turning around. She stood there nervous, her hands slightly trembling. Can we talk? She said. I looked at her for a second. About what? Just, please, she said softly. I nodded once. All right. We moved to a quieter corner of the venue. So, I said. She took a breath. I didn't expect to see you like this. Like what? I asked. Successful, confident, she replied. I shrugged slightly. Time changes people. She nodded. Yeah, it does. There was a pause. I'm sorry, she said suddenly. For what? I asked. For everything, she replied. for how things ended, for what I did. I stayed quiet. I made a mistake, she added. A big one. I looked at her. Why are you telling me this now? Because I couldn't before, she said. Couldn't or didn't want to, I asked. She hesitated. Both. I nodded slowly. Ryan, she started. I know, I interrupted. I saw him. She looked down. He left. I didn't react. He cheated on me, she said quietly. I kept my expression neutral. I see. I thought he was different, she added. You said that about me once too, I replied. She flinched slightly. I didn't mean it like that, she said quickly. It's fine, I said. No, it's not fine, she insisted. I hurt you. Yes, I said calmly. You did. She looked at me, eyes filling. I regret everything, she said. Every single decision. I didn't respond. Ethan, say something, she pleaded. What do you want me to say? I asked. I don't know. Anything, she said. Before I could reply, another voice joined us. I think he's already said enough. I turned. Manal stood there. Ariba, I told you not to do this here, she said. I had to, Ariba replied. I needed to see him. Manal looked at me. Sorry about this. It's fine, I said. She's been like this for months, Manal added. Why? I asked. Because she realized too late what she lost, Manal said. Ariba wiped her face. Please don't talk about me like I'm not here. You weren't listening before, Manal replied. I stayed silent, watching. She kept talking about you, Manal continued. Comparing everyone to you. Ariba looked at her. Stop. No, Meinl said. He deserves to know. I raised my hand slightly. It's okay. Meinl nodded and continued anyway. After Ryan left, she started understanding everything. I look back at Ariba, and now, I just want a chance to explain, she said. You've explained, I replied. No, I haven't, she said quickly. Not properly. Then explain, I said. She took a shaky breath. I was wrong. That's not an explanation, I said. I know, she said. I chose wrong quarters. Why? I asked. She looked at me, eyes wet. Because I thought I deserved something better. And now, I asked. I realize I already had it, she said quietly. I nodded slowly. There was a long pause. I waited years to hear this, I said. Her eyes lifted. But now, I continued, it means nothing. She froze. What do you mean? She asked. I mean exactly that, I said. I don't understand, she said, her voice breaking. You wanted me when I was gone, I replied. Not when I was here. That's not true, she said. It is, I said calmly. I didn't see it before, she admitted. I know, I replied. Then why won't you give me another chance? She asked. I looked at her directly. Because I've already moved on, I said. She shook her head. No, you still care. I care about my past, I said. Not my future with you. Her eyes filled again. Ethan, I stepped back slightly. I'm not the same person anymore, I added. Neither am I, she said quickly. I can see that, I replied. Then why not try again, she asked. Because some things aren't meant to be repeated, I said. She went silent. Mino looked at both of us. This is what I tried to explain to you. Ariba lowered her head. I lost everything, she said softly. I stayed quiet. And now I understand what I had, she added. I nodded once. I'm sorry, she whispered again. I accept your apology, I said. She looked up, surprised. But that's where it ends, I added. She didn't respond. There was nothing left to say. No anger, no sadness, just closure. I should go, I said. Ethan, she started. I held up my hand slightly. Take care. I turned and walked away. This time I didn't stop. I didn't look back, because what I felt wasn't love. It wasn't anger. It was something simpler. Distance. And as I walked forward, one truth settled in my mind clearly. I waited years to hear this, but now it meant nothing. Ethan, please. I stopped walking but didn't turn around immediately. Can we talk one more time? She said. Behind me. I turned slowly. We already did. Not like this, she said, stepping closer. Not properly. I looked at her. What else is there to say? Everything, she replied. I need to fix this. You can't fix the past, I said. I can try, she insisted. Just give me a chance. I stayed quiet for a moment. My heart remembered everything. Every late-night call, every promise, every moment I gave her. But my mind didn't move. I've changed, she said quickly. I'm not the same person. I know, I replied. Then why are you shutting me out? She asked. Because I've changed too, I said. She shook her head. This isn't fair. I'm not trying to be fair, I replied. I'm being honest, please, she said, her voice cracking. I still care about you. I nodded slightly. I know. Then why not try again? She asked. I took a breath. You didn't just leave me, I said calmly, holding her gaze. You destroyed me. She froze. That night stayed with me longer than anything else, I continued. It changed how I see people, how I trust, how I live. I didn't mean to hurt you like that, she said, tears forming. But you did, I replied. She wiped her face. I regret it every day. I didn't respond. I lost you, she added quietly. And now I realize what that means. I looked at her, steady. I forgave you, I said. She looked up, surprised. But I will never choose you again, I finished. Her expression broke. Ethan, she whispered. No, I said gently but firmly. That chapter is closed. She stood there, silent, her eyes filled with tears. Is that it? She asked. That's it, I replied. She nodded slowly, like she was accepting something she didn't want to believe. I wish things were different, she said. So do I replied. There was nothing left between us now. No anger, no confusion, just a clear line. I really am sorry, she said one last time. I know, I replied. She stepped back slightly, still looking at me like she was holding on to something that no longer existed. I didn't move toward her. I didn't move away either. I just stood there, calm. Take care of yourself, she said softly. You, too, I replied. Then she turned and walked away. This time, she was the one leaving, and I didn't stop her. I watched her go for a second, then turned in the opposite direction. No hesitation, no second thoughts, no looking back. This time, I was the one walking. Away, I kept walking without turning back. Ethan, someone called from behind. I didn't stop. Hey, wait up, another voice said. I raised my hand slightly but kept moving forward. I'm good. The noise of the event faded behind me as I stepped outside. Fresh air hit my face. I took a slow breath. Where are you going? A familiar voice asked. I turned. Sana stood there, looking at me with concern. Heading out, I said. Already? She asked. Yeah, I replied. She studied my face for a moment. Are you okay? I paused. Yeah, I said, then added softly, I think I am now. She nodded slowly. That sounds different. It is, I replied. What happened? She asked. Nothing new, I said. Just something old, finally ended. She didn't push further. Okay, thanks, I added. For what? She asked. For not asking too much, I said. She smiled slightly. Sometimes people just need space. Yeah, I said, and time. We stood there for a second in silence. See you tomorrow? She asked. Yeah, I replied. Same time. Don't skip, she added lightly. I won't, I said. She nodded and walked away. I stayed outside for a moment longer, then started walking. No destination. Just movement. I found a quiet bench nearby and sat down. No phone calls, no messages, just silence. I leaned forward, resting my elbows on my knees. 10 years, I said quietly to myself. I looked at my hands. Was it worth it? I asked. No immediate answer came, but something inside me responded differently than before. Not pain, not regret, understanding. I leaned back and stared ahead. Why did it take so long? I asked. Then I shook my head slightly. It didn't, I said. It took exactly as long as it needed to. I sat there, letting the thoughts settle. Memories came and went, but they didn't control me anymore. They were part of the journey, I said softly. Not something to hold on to, not something to escape. Just something. That happened. I closed my eyes for a moment, breathing steady, calm. Love shouldn't cost your self-respect, I said out loud. The words felt real this time, not something I heard from someone else, something I understood, something I lived. I opened my eyes again. Never again, I said. A small smile formed on my face, not because everything was perfect, but because I was finally at peace with myself. I stood up slowly and looked around. The world felt the same, but I didn't. I started walking again, not away from something, but toward something new. My own life, my own path, no longer tied to the past, no longer defined by someone else's choices, just me. And for the first time in a long time, I felt certain about one thing. She didn't lose me that day. I finally found myself.